Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Trowel Time. This is coming to you from our campus here in Alma, and as always, we've got our good friends Tom Braun, our Grand Lecturer, and Bill Finkel, our Grand Secretary, with us. And in just a little bit, we're going to have a special guest. Our Grand Master, Larry Incho, will be up here, and we'll talk with him a little bit about everything that's happened in his year and what he's looking forward to at Grand Lodge Sessions. So, fellas, good to see you. Thanks for coming up.
Nice to be here,
Yeah.
Bob.
Did you have a good drive?
A little wet, but it was worth the trip.
Yeah. And it's Michigan, right?
That's true.
It's really tough to find a good drive in Michigan anymore. Yeah. Orange cones have proliferated, haven't they?
They're growing.
They're growing. They're getting worse. Yeah, Bill and I are of the opinion that there is no warehouse for those orange cones. They just leave them on the road and move them around. So
They're a different
yeah,
place.
yeah. Well, it's good to have both of you. Tom, why don't we start with you? I know you're talking about your DDIs, coming up in the summer and the kinds of things that you're looking at. You're talking in your notes to me about the district ritual competition. Why don't you give us a little explanation of what that is and who can participate in that?
Okay. Well, we have two levels of competition in the ritual competition. One is a sitting master or master masons, past masters. So we're trying to separate the two. If you're a sitting master or a past master, you compete among each other.
Okay.
If you are a master mason, then you have your own category to participate against.
Makes sense, yeah.
And it's really to encourage the brothers to not to compete against one another, but to learn the different parts of the ritual.
Sure.
And we're getting pretty good response. And the way we set this up is we have the district competition happens sometime in November. It's got to be completed by then. And then the district winners will compete at a regional level in February. And then the regional winners will compete in April for the state champion of each category.
Okay.
And we've picked our piece of ritual to be competed on. This going to be the historical account in the Master Mason degree, so we're excited about doing that.
Okay. And at this Grand Lodge session coming up next week, you're going to be awarding those ritual certificates, or is that right?
We will
Yeah.
at the delegates
Dinner
on
Monday
Monday
night. Oh,
Right,
good.
yeah.
All
So we're
right.
looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
The second piece you had in there was no open books in lodge. So why is that important?
You know,
to you?
that has been our goal since I started being the Grand Lecturer in 2010. And we are of the opinion that if you hold a place or a station in your lodge, you should know your work. And the candidate needs to have a good experience.
Yeah, you bet.
And you can only have that by knowing your work for your position in the lodge. But if brothers are not participating in a degree work and they're sitting in the sidelines, then there's no reason they can't follow along with the ritual in the book.
Okay.
Our focus maintains on the candidate.
Okay.
And this year, our big push at Grand Lodge is going to be building Masons for tomorrow. And in order to do that, we will be talking at all our lodges of instruction and schools of instruction about lodges' responsibilities to make that happen. At the Grand Lodge level or the DDI level, we suggest, we teach the ritual, but the lodges themselves have a big responsibility to the craft in making
Absolutely.
sure that we have
Yeah.
Masons for tomorrow.
Yeah. So, a extraordinary experience for the candidate is what we're looking for.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, and
That's
that
our
happens
push.
at the lodge, and that's the place where it's only going to occur there if it happens at all.
Correct.
Right. So, and that's on all of us to make that happen, right? That's not
Absolutely.
just DDIs. It's the past
Right.
masters. It's the folks that have been in the lodge for a long time. It's their responsibility too. It's our job to make sure that happens.
So we will continue to remind them that of all next year. So it's
Great.
a subject that you're going to hear throughout the year.
Excellent. Well, good job. So we look forward to seeing you and our fellow district deputy instructors and regional grand lecturers and so forth at Grand Lodge.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
Monday morning, you guys will be meeting and doing your
Absolutely.
thing. Absolutely. All right, great. Thanks, Tom. That's the pass off to David Letterman, right?
Yeah.
All right. You two guys move around now.
All right.
Easier said than done.
Well, that's all right. You're doing great.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Bill Finkel.
Thank you, sir.
Our good friend Bill.
Yeah.
Um,
Just on a note here,
Yeah.
Tom mentioned he started 2010. We started Grand Lodge Line together.
That's
Ah.
correct.
2010. Yeah.
Can't get rid of either one.
Yeah, no, we're here to stay.
We're bookends. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Bill, so Grand Lodge is coming up. And
Yeah.
I know that's a busy time for the Grand Secretary. You know, how are things looking? What do
It's looking great, Bob. I mean, it'll be good to get back to open.
Yeah.
Anybody comes rather than restricted numbers and restricted people, which we've suffered through the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So it'd be great to get everybody back together and fellowshipping and having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
We are still about 50 lodges that haven't registered, and they can still come, and we'll take care of them when they get there.
So if you do come and you haven't pre-registered, it's okay. Show up, Troy Marriott.
Right.
Monday morning is best to be there because we got some breakouts and stuff going on. But you just go up to the registration desk and we'll get you squared away. Make sure that you get a voting keypad and so forth, and we'll make sure that you get.
Yeah, because we want as many people there as possible.
Absolutely.
You know, that's the way we can spread the word throughout the state of what's going on.
Yeah. We've got some guests from foreign jurisdictions coming in. I know Illinois will be with us. Indiana will be with us. Indiana is always a tough one because our Grand Lodges are usually the same week.
It's
so.
a week before
Yeah.
ours this year.
Yeah. So it worked out
Yeah.
good, and we'll welcome our brothers from Indiana with us.
Grandmaster from New York is coming.
New York, and the Grand Secretary from New York as well.
And the Grand Secretary from Toronto.
Our good friends
Grand
across.
Lodge of Canada in the province of Ontario.
And it's
That's
good,
the-
and
that's
it's
the
good to have
correct
him back
title.
with us. It's been too long, right? We
Yeah.
couldn't even cross over, so
Right.
it's good to have
Yeah,
good
so-
to have Ontario back
So
with
we'll
us.
have a good crowd of visitors, which is always nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. We got a golf outing on Sunday. We're going to tee off at 10. Probably need Motrin and so forth by 11.
Yeah, I might have Valium because I've got
Could be.
a testy team
Yeah.
I'm playing on.
Yeah. His team is going to be the ones to watch. That's for darn sure.
You know, and normally when I play golf, I choose my partners. This year I was told. Somebody called the Grandmaster says,
Yeah.
"Who's
Well, it wasn't me.
No,
It wasn't me. I tried to get out of it.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna take a break. We'll come back and we're gonna talk with our Grandmaster Larry Incho about some upcoming things and also some reflections of his year.
Every day we make choices. Choices to help ourselves. Choices that help those around us. When it's time to make a choice about your senior living options, consider Masonic Pathways. We offer choices for entertainment, socialization, and most importantly, choices that make life easier for you. When it's time to discuss choices in your life, make Masonic Pathways your first choice and contact our care team today.
And welcome back. So some great information there for everybody. I introduced Larry Incho. Larry's our Grandmaster for a few more days. Yeah. It's good to have you here, Larry. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much. Larry, it's been a pleasure for me to have helped such as I have this year. I've been happy to be with you, and it's always fun and enjoyable to share a lot of the events that you've had. You know, just talk to us for a little bit about maybe some highlights of your year. What were a couple of things that just stood out as being something that you're really proud of and that you'll remember for a long time?
Well, that started with the trip to Washington, D.C.,
Yeah.
to George Washington Memorial, and we got to do some great things. I got to lay a wreath at the Tomb of Unknown Soldiers.
That's right, yeah.
And then I got to actually step into George Washington's tomb and lay a wreath there. And then we got to initiate a brother from Michigan at George Washington Memorial.
Yeah.
We had some good times on that trip.
Yeah, I was
Some
at
great
the
stuff.
initiation that night, and I think I sat as Grand Treasurer, if I recall.
Correct.
But that was a great night, and it was fun to see that building, certainly that lodge room, just packed. Yeah.
We had, 5 different jurisdictions in with us, and
A couple of guys from Texas.
a couple guys from Texas, a couple
Yeah.
guys from D.C. and the surrounding
fun.
areas.
Yeah.
It was a great night.
Did you get to tour the House of the Temple on that trip too? The Scottish Rite House of the
Yes,
Temple
we did.
downtown. Yeah.
And then we did the Philadelphia Lodge building also
Oh, that's right, on the way back.
on the way back. So
Yeah.
it was a packed trip for 5 days, but
Yeah.
we got a lot in, and we had some great times.
Yeah, and the Scottish Rite Journal of Southern Jurisdiction had a big spread on the Philadelphia Temple.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
Yeah,
building.
yeah, I was there, but it was well over 25 years ago, so I can't really remember it very well, but it was fun. So excellent. Trip to DC. What else do you think?
We got to do a lot of stuff with Prince Hall this year. We did
Yeah.
some statewide degree days where they don't do all the 3 degrees in one day, but they do all 3 degrees throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
And they do the Master Mason just before their grand session, and we had quite a turnout. We started out with 300-400 people and ended up with probably close to 500 people at the last one. So yeah.
As on the sidelines, 500
Yeah,
people
on the sidelines.
witnessing it. Yeah, we didn't raise that many, but
I think we had 54 for raising.
that you raised. Yeah,
We had over 60 for the fellowcraft. So
and that was at their session, right?
That
Is
was
that
at their
correct?
session.
Yeah, yeah. Roderick has been a great counterpart for you to have served with as Grandmaster. He's
Great.
just a great Grandmaster.
great guy,
at
great
Prince Hall.
friend,
Yeah.
great brother.
Yeah.
We've had some good times
Yeah,
together this year.
and he's going to be at our Grand Lodge session with a couple of his officers, and
Yep.
we're going to welcome him there.
So it's
Yeah.
going to be a good
Look
time.
forward to that. Yeah, it's a fondest memory you kind of take away from your year as Grandmaster, or just a memory that you'll take with you and hold with you.
I think doing the initiation in EA degree in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
We did 2 of them before we got the Grand Officers got together. We did one in North Branch. We did one in Lake Orion or in that area, and then Washington D.C. So actually, it's probably doing the EA degree, but actually just working together as a team this
Yeah.
year was just great.
You had a
Everything
great-
we did, we had a great time. We're all real close friends, and
Yeah.
we done some great stuff together.
You've
this
got a
year.
great line.
I do.
Yeah, even with Brother Finkel in there.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
we kind of put him on the side. a
Yeah,
little
well, yeah. He'll just sneak back in, so you don't need to worry about that.
bit.
Grand Lodge session is coming up, and it's going to be a good session. We've got some things happen. Little change up this year, right? We're Monday. We're going to open around 1:00, kind of thing.
Yep.
And you're not going to open it by proclamation, though. You're going to
We're going to open by ritual.
by the ancient ritual, and so that's only for Master Masons.
Yep.
That'll be there for that. Have you done that before?
As a steward,
I really encourage everybody who's a Mason to come and watch the ancient and ritualistic grand opening of the Grand Lodge of Michigan, and the Grand Lodge officers, they're on the hook now for performing their ritual well.
yep.
Yeah. You don't have too much to worry about because you don't say an awful lot in this thing, but other people do.
That's all right.
So,
Time to step up.
yeah, there were some grandmasters that said we're not going to do that, so they just call the thing open, and that's the end of that. And but I think that's important that we do that. It's a piece of our history, right?
That's been quite a while too.
Yeah.
Bill Levesque's year, I think, was the last time we opened
We did it, and I can't remember when it was though.
Yeah, it was because last year as steward. I did it.
Yeah, we did it. It was.
I didn't have anything to say there either.
See, there it is. Yeah, but this time you get to stand up there and say something. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to give out some awards. We're going to recognize some folks in session, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about
Yep.
some legislation. We obviously have to approve the budgets and those kinds of things that we have to do.
Legislation coming up, and then Saturday we're going to start Saturday or Sunday with golf outing.
We are. Yes.
And because I almost hit Finkel the last time. He put me on his team, figuring it was safer.
We'll show him.
But we'll show him.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't loosened up from last year, so
Well, I hope Leonard has.
yeah. Last year Leonard pulled his
We figured he was going
back
to
out.
carry us. And
Yeah,
then-
he did not. We had to carry Leonard all over the course. Hit the ball, drag Leonard. Hit the ball, drag Leonard.
that's right.
So we're gonna have a good time. So
Yep,
we'll
so-
start on Sunday. The golf outing is at 10. Distinguished guest banquet that evening. Monday morning, BGP meeting, DDI meeting. Breakouts, we have 3 breakouts. We already talked about that a little bit. Session, we'll have lunch together. Session starts at 1. Goes till probably 3, 4, whatever time fits. Then we'll have the banquet that evening.
Now, that's supposed to be a fun night banquet too.
Yeah.
It's not a formal banquet.
I saw
this
that.
year.
Yeah, it says casual dress.
Guys, you just got to have good hair.
You got you got awesome hair, but
So-
none of the. I mean, look at this. Bend back here. Yeah. So no, we're gonna have to figure something out. I'm gonna, I guess, head for the wig store or something.
That's right.
Or there might be a surprise there that you don't know about. So
Well, as long as
there
it's
could be
good
a
hair.
couple of those. We've got some raffles going on. We got bingo. We got Find George. So we've got some good stuff planned. I say we. I didn't have anything to do with it, but the office staff up here has just been working their keisters off. They've just planned a great event. So looking forward to that.
So it's supposed to be get a little business done, but having a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what it should be about.
Yeah, and this is coming back off of grandmasters that weren't able to do this.
Right.
So we really want them to be there, and we want anybody who couldn't come for the last 2 years, take some time, join us. It's going to be a good time.
Open to all Master Masons
Absolutely.
this year. So
Yeah. And if you didn't get a chance over the last 2 years to go to Grand Lodge and you're now out of office, we still love to have you. You can still come and participate with us, and we want you to be there. So we want you to take the time to make the experience a good one, and we want you to have fun in Masonry.
that's right.
Grandmaster, it has been my pleasure to have served with you and
Thank
to have helped as I can. What closing thoughts for the fraternity? What do you think? This is a chance to talk to everybody out there.
Actually, I think the fraternity's at that turning point where we're going to start growing.
Yeah.
We're going to start having a good time. It's back to being about the brothers, about what we can do for our communities and what we can do for each other. So it's time to get back there, and I think we're going to do it, and we're going to do it in a big way. So I'm looking forward to years coming up.
You bet. Thanks again, Grandmaster, and best
Thank
of
you.
everything to you. And we'll be right back.
Looking for penthouse-style retirement living? Introducing Ashlar Terrace, Masonic Pathway's newest and most luxurious lifestyle option. Completely redesigned, this top-floor neighborhood features beautifully decorated social areas and 8 exclusive residential suites for those who wish to live independently but are ready to leave meal preparation and housekeeping to someone else. Call now to be among the first to experience Ashlar Terrace living at Masonic Pathways.
Well, folks, I just got a few closing things and some upcoming events that I want to talk with you about real briefly. So we got the Grand Lodge session coming up. We're going to start on Sunday with a little golf outing, and that evening we'll have a little dinner, and then the session itself starts Monday morning. We got breakouts. We've got all kinds of things going on. The 3 breakouts are the Lodge Success Team. The Foundation will be talking about the Lodge Charity Account, some other things that they're doing, and then Member Care Department will be talking about Green Path and outreach programs and all kinds of stuff that they're working on. So Monday and Tuesday are the Grand Lodge sessions. That Monday evening is a representatives banquet. All the awards are presented there, and we're just going to have a good time. We hope you'll be with us there. Developing and implementing outward mindset class coming up June 17th and 18th in Port Huron, and the details can be found for that on the website. That 18th, we're going to end our program about 3 o'clock so we can drive down towards Dearborn and go to the hope to be Grandmaster Davis's reception that evening at Park Place in Dearborn. It's in Dearborn? Yeah. So looking forward to that, and I'm sure that more information will be forthcoming on that. June 28th, come on up to Indian River for a leadership class we're putting together. Starts at 6 o'clock. There's no cost to it, but we do ask that you register. And then on August 14th, we're going to be at Jimmy John's Field for Michigan Masons Day. Going to be a lot of fun. Sunday, August 14th, $25 a ticket. That includes reserved seating as well as hot dog, chips, and drink. And for every ticket that you buy from your lodge, $10 goes back to your lodge. So yeah, so if you brought 10 people, you're going to get $100 back.
Goes to the charity account, I believe.
Well, I don't know where it goes, but it
that's
goes
right.
back to the
That's
lodge.
right.
All right, so that's what's. Those are some things coming up. There's always a lot more stuff. Be sure to check out the Grand Lodge website at michiganmasons.org. That's the best place to find information about what's happening. Or, of course, our Facebook feed. always is updated, and Darren Thompson works hard at that every day, at that difficult task, as does our PR and marketing department. Thanks to everybody for making this happen. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Bill, for
Good
being
seeing
with
you,
us.
Bob.
Thanks to Ben Tigner back behind the camera. He's our editor and our camera operator and the guy that puts all this together. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you at Grand Lodge, and we'll be back with Trout Time next month. Bye-bye, everybody.